Subtitle: Welcome to our adventure. A group of kids bravely ventured into a dungeon, seeking a gold dragon to break a child's curse. But the stench of the curse attracted the followers of the dragon cult, and standing at the dungeon's entrance, the best defense against so many enemies turned out to be a wizard. The wizard had to focus on opening the dungeon, so the druid built a wind wall to temporarily block the enemies. But the wind wall was about as effective as a flea. Unfortunately, it was powerless against flying troops. The frost mage riding a 10-headed ghost took the chance to cast a spell and conjured hundreds of spikes in the sky. The oblivious wizard was about to. The cursed boy acted wisely, bravely blocking the fatal blow. Fortunately, the door opened, and the wizard urged the paladin to bring him in. Finding the gold dragon heals any wound. The remaining wizards and druids stayed to usher enemies out. A huge figure emerged in the dark, and the boy finally saw the legendary gold dragon Oriel, bigger than his dreams. Thankfully, the paladin and the dragon were old pals. Upon hearing about the strange curse on the Oriel agreed without hesitation, unaware that this decision would unleash a cataclysmic disaster. Meanwhile, the druid's wind wall was more entertaining than the barrier was swiftly breached by the cult followers, but precisely at the moment when Ellie was about to cast a spell, the frost mage from above suddenly plunged down like a shooting star, interrupting her spell. Just as the dwarf warrior wanted to come to the rescue, he was intercepted by the 10-headed ghost. It immediately turned into an intense battle. Fortunately, the druid had already dealt with the enemies in front. Immediately, he cast a spell to transform into a cat, leaving everyone stunned, and thus began his cat authority reign. At last, when the wizard cleared his opponents, the gold dragon began the process of removing the boy's curse. However, his method was rather blunt. He decided to transfer the curse to himself and rely on his thick skills. He figured no curse could crush his defenses. As the red threads were entirely absorbed, the boy's curse evaporated like morning fog. The cursed arrow that had been in the boy's mind now showed up in the dragon's mind, causing Oriel to feel a little dizzy, and he even felt a cough coming on. But he was a dragon. How could a dragon catch a cold? He thought about saying, "I'm just a bit tired and need a nap," but just the power within his body suddenly burst forth, sending a spike flying into the air, and as the golden dragon's body twisted, everyone finally came to understand. The boy wasn't cursed, he was suppressing a mysterious power, and now that power had broken free, a true tragedy was unfolding. Subtitles: He is finally purified and transformed into his ultimate form, Kanrish. What a splendid name it is. 5 dragon heads spewed out gases of 5 different properties, and in this critical moment, the boy bravely stepped forward. He created a barrier in the sky, having grown into a true priest while battling the inner power. Whoa! Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.